What's up, everybody? Hopefully, this is a better camera angle. As usual, I am pulling up the fan phone so I can read the chat while I'm in front of the camera. If you can hear, I feel like I'm getting sick. My voice is going away, and I don't exactly know why. My voice is going away. Make sure the sound is turned off on this one. Alright. There's that. Turn down. So, this is relatively easy. I'm going to pan the camera over to show you what I'm starting with here. I got about 1.5 pounds of 80/20. 80/20 cooks way down, so you don't have to worry about it being too much for you to eat. Thing of chicken broth, or excuse me, beef broth, 3/4 of a cup of plain white rice, a cup of frozen peas and carrots, what little bit of Parmesan cheese I've got left, garlic, some onion powder, roasted garlic and herb. I gotta move over. That pan in the corner over there is gonna get some. What's up, Davis Clark? It's gonna get a little bit of butter to start the rice. Gotta make sure I turn the right one on here so I don't light my phone on fire. Judy, what's it up? How goes life? Hopefully this is a better camera angle that you guys can actually see and I can still chat with you. So, I'm going to start with about 2 tablespoons of butter, give or take. Nothing fancy. And again, I apologize for my voice. I feel like I'm getting sick. I have no reason to be getting sick. But, you know, such is life when you're married to a school teacher. Put butter in the pan. What's up, Beth Mashburn? Wait for that butter to melt a little bit. This is going to take a little bit longer than this, but you can still get this pan going to brownie ground beef. So, anything exciting going on in you all's world? Hanging out over here in a rainy house. Well, raining outside, in the house, I should say. Oh, and I got some on the floor. That's exciting. Clean as you go, it's not so bad to clean up. Hello, Mom. There should be enough of this. If you're hungry, you could come get some. And I got that money for Grandma on the coffee table. It should be done in about a half an hour. Then again, you might not want me to breathe on you because I feel like I'm getting sick. Like I'm getting a chest cold. Yeehaw, way to make exciting boob tube videos. Hamburger stew, waiting for a bad sea. We've had a bad storm all day. Get a little butter starts to melt in there. I got country ribs, roasted red potatoes, green beans, and cream corn in the oven. Hey, you never did come get all that smoked meat that we bagged up for you. You forgot it with that Folgers coffee the other day. And we ate it. We didn't drink the coffee though. But yeah, so 3/4 of a cup of white rice. If you want to use brown rice, I think you increase the moisture ratio by like 30%, give or take. Quinoa, any sort of a grain. If you don't like rice, you know. Well, look at that. Even got my mom swearing in my chat room, fuckers. So I can let that stir around a little bit and let it sizzle. Oh man. So with the 3/4 cup of a rice, I'm going 1.5 cups beef flavored broth. Turn this around, metric on that side. And I don't know the metric conversion. I was raised in America. Set that aside. You could use that for something else. Once you open that, you got 7 days to do something with that once you get it open. But yeah. And this is a large pan, so it's going to take a minute for that to get hot, but the rice is going to take longer to cook than the ground beef. Oh, did I miss something here? No. Okay. Nobody's chatting. Everybody's just watching. Perhaps let me see. Take that over just a little bit. That works. Oh. Well, I like to make sure that all the rice is covered in the butter. Got a nice little sizzle to it. Add in stock. At this point, a couple of bay leaves, some onion powder, Parmesan cheese. Now, with the Parmesan cheese, the thing is, if you use shredded Parmesan cheese that comes in a bag or from the deli counter, it's going to burn to the pan. The grated Parmesan cheese doesn't burn, it just kind of sticks to the rice, which is nice. So, bring that to a boil, cover it, turn it down, and it takes a little while. 20 minutes or something. 25 at most. Make sure I'm not missing anything. No. So damn warm today, man. I had to turn the air conditioning back on. It was fucking raining and I got the air conditioning on in November. As soon as you can hear that bubbling good, turn it down. Start working on this over here. 26 whole people here, they must be taking notes. Or just sitting back, relaxing. Hello, Robin King. Say it's unlike you to miss a live stream. But, bubbling. Turn it down a little bit. Let it do its thing. Whoa. What's up, Quiff and EJ Shore? It is going. Actually, maybe I feel like I might be running a fever. Could be part of my problem. Pro Retro Hunter. What's up? Get your beef going. Brown it damn good and drain all the fat off of it. This stuff's going to be like swimming in a pool of fat. It's 80-20. Tony Jean, hello. Janet loves kitties. Hello. What do you guys think of the new camera angle? Do you like this camera angle better? You can kind of actually see what I'm doing, even though like I feel like I should have two and it should be a split screen. However, I don't have that particular setup. Hello, 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 Shelly Sanders. Well, that works. I mean, the problem is if I tried to get any closer with it, I'm going to be tripping over the tripod, so it's still kind of a ways out, but it's a better angle, at least. Trying something different. Who knows, maybe one day, because I'm from Humboldt County too, Guy Fieri will bring me on the Guy's Grocery Games YouTube Cooks or some shit, right? A guy can dream. It'll never happen, but a guy can dream. Camera angle is much better. Alright, well, we should stick with this one then. I mean, if I felt like installing, yeah, I could kick some ass on that show. If if I felt like actually hard mounting cameras in here that would connect via Wi-Fi and I could just set the laptop in the other room, that would be a whole other story. But I don't have that option right now because my laptop is broken. And yeah, it works, it just won't charge, and I got to take it to somebody to get it fixed. So you could put me on YouTube Cooks Chop and put me on something with like pig buttholes, and I could probably still figure it out. Well, if it wasn't for my mother making me when I was like 11 years old learn how to cook dinner once a week with my brother. Yeah, I got the GoPro, man, but with my laptop ain't fucking working, I can't use it. The laptop I've got hooked up to the TV in the living room is a piece of shit. And if I tried to take a 10-minute video and edit it down, by the way, what's up, Boomer? It would take like 13 hours for the video to process, so I'm back. As soon as we're not really making any videos lately, I'm back just using my phone, which is a Galaxy S7. But yeah, I got the GoPro, but it doesn't, I can connect it. Perhaps I need to figure out, because it'll connect to my phone via Wi-Fi. I don't know if I can set it up and stream from it, but I know it connects. I don't know. But yeah, when I was a kid, my mother made me make dinner once a week with my brother. It was generally ramen noodles and grilled cheese, but it got me in the kitchen. And it got me started cooking. Yeah, it's a decent phone. It does some stupid shit sometimes, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a S7 I bought from Walmart. She wanted to start a cooking show. I told her, well, you can't do it drunk. She drinks when she's nervous and on camera. But there's already that show out there, My Drunk Kitchen, that little Maya Harto, whatever her name is, that little blonde chick. That she's the cutest thing in the world, but she doesn't particularly like men. She's got My Drunk Kitchen. If you haven't seen it, that show's... She's actually, well, it depends. Sometimes that show's funny, and sometimes that show is really annoying. But I guess that's what you get when you dump red wine into a 20-something-year-old girl. Sometimes they're fun, and sometimes they're a pain in the ass. But yeah. Oh, she's funny sometimes. Sometimes she's just too much. She's over the top, like Jesus, man. What's funny though is when you watch, like I watched an interview with her. She made it to a Netflix show where they were talking about people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on YouTube, which was way back before I started dumpster diving. And she talked about the hardest part is waking up in the morning and have to look at like 90 minutes of her falling down drunk in the kitchen, which I could see that might be a problem. And I have one of the smallest kitchens on the planet, so it's hard to find the space to even, like, my wife and I can't be in the kitchen at the same time. Like, if she's washing dishes, I'm in the other room, or if I'm cooking, she's in the other room. My kitchen has got 3 feet of counter space on either side, and then it's got a dryer in it in the corner on the other side next to my mini refrigerator and my tiny little sink. I mean, there's people that live in tiny houses that have bigger kitchens than I do. But I make it work. We still somehow have managed to find room for 2 coffee apparatuses on the counter, but that's my wife. We have the espresso machine and then the Cuisinart. It's a mini galley kitchen. Yeah, but I don't know how your stove works. This is the thing. Like, in theory, your stove is similar to mine, and you got nicer countertops, but like this burner don't work. This is all or nothing. I haven't cooked in your kitchen yet, and I'd probably ruin some food if I cooked over there a few times. Perhaps we discuss Thanksgiving again and go down that road. I don't know. We're getting close. Hardly any pink left in there. Need to get my mom in there cooking, drinking 12-pack of Corona, right? How much can I cook while I drink Coronas? But then there's that old lady. What's that old lady, that old grandma lady who like every other word that comes out of her mouth is fuck. And she's in the kitchen. My stove is a bit cooler than yours. My oven's off by 50 degrees. And well, do it on the day Grandma goes to the senior center. Now that she's riding the bus and making friends at the senior center, you can take her on down there. Or, you know, not take her on down there, but send her on down there on the old bus. I don't know. I mean, if people watch my dumbass shit on, if people watch my dumbass channels, and trust me, they'd watch anybody you do as well. What's up, Constantine? Cooked ribs on the propane for the first time. Hey, takes a long ass time though, man. That's a lot of. Maybe I am thinking of it. That's a lot of propane, man, to properly cook some ribs. I guess one thing when you just standing by the campfire out in the backyard, you know, and you're throwing fire underneath of it to fire up some ribs that way. Otherwise, I'll put them in the crock pot. Because although, yeah, it tastes, if you season them right and you cook them long enough, they taste all right, but it's like 3.5 hours of propane. So I'm gonna drain this meat into a colander in the sink because I don't care about my landlord, and I drain all my hamburger fat into the drain. And no, he won't see this. And I'm not particularly happy with my landlord at the moment anyway, so he can kiss my ass. So that's getting there. I'm going to blast that a little bit more. Alright, now that that's drained, a little bit of chopped garlic and olive oil. That's a lot of it, yeah. We like some garlic in this house. And again over here, a little bit of onion powder. Second helping of garlic from the McCormick's roasted garlic and herb, because I put that shit on everything. There's a commercial on TV with an old lady. I think she made sriracha pickles. How about she puts that shit on everything? And then mix in your frozen veggies. I only had a cup of them. If you don't like peas and carrots, you can use mixed vegetables. You can use soup vegetables. Plain peas, fresh veggies. In place of onion powder, you could use onions. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's just no reason to go out and buy a Hamburger Helper. People go out and buy a Hamburger Helper and feed that shit to their kids. You know, it's got a bunch of ingredients on the box which you can't even fucking enunciate. Like, well, why would you feed that to your kids? You know? Like, I've even gotten to the point where I don't eat boxed macaroni and cheese anymore because I don't like the ingredients that are in it. Alright, so I'm going to let that set up. Essentially sort of just going to steam the veggies. There should be, like, should probably go, like, add a can of tomatoes or something to that. But this is already going to be more than the wife and I can eat tonight. So that is white rice with beef broth, onion powder, bay leaf, Parmesan cheese in it. Well, it is absolutely disgusting, but I'm of a generation of people that, like, all the girls that I grew up with complain about being moms. It's like, well, then why the fuck did you have kids if it's such a hard fucking job? You know, and they all want to talk about, oh, my life is so busy, I have to make Hamburger Helper. This doesn't take any longer than Hamburger Helper, and the shit came from raw ingredients. I mean, I started with beef broth, a bag of rice, you know what I mean? Like it didn't come out of a box. But yeah, I'm gonna mix that rice into that beef, and that's what it's gonna be. Put that back in there. Can of tomatoes would be awesome in that, absolutely. But the thing is that I'm only cooking for 2 of us. My wife's not even going to be home for another 2 hours. So, yeah. Can't forget the almighty topping of cheese, though. The creamy melt Mexican 4 cheese with a touch of Philadelphia. If you have not tried this cheese, try that cheese. And I realize that this is contradictory to every statement that I just said. As far as when the cheese comes out of the package, it's got a coating on it, whatever, but it's still better for you coming out of that package than it is, yeah, than it is coming out of a box dehydrated. This is at least still liquid cheese. You know what I mean? Oh man, then you get the hamburger helper shits for like 3 days, right? Like I used to work with a guy, man, with, oh. His wife never cooked anything with hamburger helper. You wanted to go nowhere near the bathroom after that guy. But in the, I mean, if you didn't want to use rice or quinoa or anything like that, you could literally just add some tomatoes to that and eat it like that, and it would be relatively low carb. I gotta have some starch. I can't do it without the starch. But I'm trying to keep the starch to a minimum for the wife. Shannon Stevens, I'm making hamburger rice. If you had a freezer space, you could put leftovers in a freezer bag for lunch on another day. Yeah, the problem with that, Shelly Sanders, is that my entire freezer is full of smoked meat and clearance meat that needs to be smoked. I got like 16 flats of chicken wings in my freezer. I got a full pork roast. And then a half pork roast in there. I got chicken thighs. I got chicken wings that have been smoked. Like, my freezer's full. So, until we start eating some of this shit, what the hell am I hearing? What was that, kitty? That damn cat scratching the side of my couch. Anyway. No, hamburger helper is not good. You have no valid argument with that with me or anybody in this room for that matter. Hamburger helper is fucking disgusting. It has no merits whatsoever. Well, there you go. Turkey and brown rice. Get you going though. So, once your rice is fluffy, throw away your bay leaves because you don't want to eat that shit. You probably wouldn't even cook with it if you saw the trees that bay leaves come off on. But you know, if you had the space, like, yeah, well, my Chinese buffet tonight, oh, EJ Stone, I could have gone all day without hearing that, but fair enough. So there's that tasty beef rice. And in place of the beef stock that I used in this, you could use chicken or you could use turkey if they had that at your local grocery store. You know? And ideally, you don't really want to go from one hot pan into the other with the rice, but in an effort to try to save a little bit of time here, my sink is full, and that's fucking hot. There's something going on in my attic, and that's not exciting. This was cheaper than Hamburger Helper. Because you still got to buy the hamburger. The most expensive part of this dish was the hamburger. You can get a 20-pound bag of rice in bulk for like $6 if you go to the right store. I paid $1.25 for the beef broth that I mixed into that rice. I've had bay leaves on my shelf for God knows how long. Okay, the most expensive part of this dish was the hamburger. The rest of it didn't cost shit. You know, you get a bag of peas and carrots for $1. You know, $1.79 if it's not on sale. All right, let that sit and cool for a minute. Oh. Bye, Felicia. Come in here and fucking argue with me about goddamn Hamburger Helper. Anyway. Oh, man. I'm sorry. You argue with me about a Hamburger Helper and you go for a little fucking 300-second vacation. Hopefully don't come back. Feel free to unsubscribe, because I don't need you fucking arguing with me next time. There's only so much of the, nah, man, I got a 1.7 pounds for $4.79, man. It's not expensive. Not at all. You just gotta shop when it's on sale and not buy it when it's like $11. Like, what was it? 1.72 pounds for $4.28. That ain't pricey. Buy what's on sale. And I apologize to come across kind of as a dick with that lady right there, but there's only so much of reading the troll stuff in the comments that, like, I got somebody who posted a paragraph today about what it is I'm doing wrong when I was out dumpster diving, you know, and want to write me a lecture about how she sat and took notes and, like, you know what, you know the first fucking thing about my cans, you know, and I get shit like that every day, man, and I get notifications, and I try not to go in and read it. I just won't tolerate it in my live chat. Talk all the shit you want in the comment sections, just don't do it in my live chat, man. I got no patience for that in my life. I got enough things that drain my patience as it is. Exactly, Ronan. Alright, scoop a little bit of this up. Got a decent meat to rice to vegetables ratio. A little bit of this creamy milk cheese. I just get sick of dealing with it, Jennifer. Like, do you want to be a fucking troll in the comment sections? By all means, don't come in and try to start an argument with me. You got nothing better to do with your fucking time. Go find somebody else who wants to argue with you. I got enough fucking people to argue with in my life as it is. Anywho, that's about where that ends up. Looking quite tasty, because it is quite tasty. I know it's my channel, just saying. People are going to watch this, and you come back in fucking 3 days, and there'll be 14 thumbs down on a video, you know, like, really? You gotta, what was there to thumbs down about that video? Like, when I was taking donations to the shelter on Memorial Day, I got thumbs downs and fucking trolls on that video. Like, you know, I just don't. They're all out there. Let's see how it tastes. Fucking phenomenal. It was hamburger rice, Sharon Stevens. Tasty stuff. Some veggies, a little bit of cheese. I think the key to the best part of the flavor of this is putting the Parmesan cheese in the rice. Personally. But opinions are like assholes, everybody's got one. So. Oh yeah. Well, beef broth and then that grated Parmesan cheese, man, it just adds a whole nother layer of flavor. And it's very similar to the flavor you get out of a box of beef, excuse me, beef rice-a-roni, but it doesn't have all the preservatives and shit on it. God damn, this is good. 40 people. That's probably the most people I've ever had in a live chat. Ever. Well, go make it for dinner. Oh, come on, Delbrad. They're the ones that are sitting at the career center, supposed to be looking for a job, but they're on YouTube giving people thumbs down, right? Again, you can substitute beef for turkey, white rice for brown rice, the beef for broth for chicken or turkey. If you don't like peas and carrots, you can use tomatoes. You can use mixed vegetables, soup vegetables. I mean, hell, peppers and onions. It all goes together and tastes well. But yeah, people that are giving you the thumbs down or the they're sitting at the career center, supposed to be looking for a job so they don't get their TANF cut off. Sitting on the toilet at a public place. Alright folks, I'm going to go sit down with my kitty because my wife won't be here for another 2 hours today. The topic, I don't know, trolls. Whoever asked about turning time back, yes, we did turn time back this week. Hello, Happy Ray. I mean, I guess I could stand here and chew with my mouth open and have a conversation while I'm trying to eat, but shit. I got no time in my day for that shit. I got enough people in real life that are unhappy that I have to deal with. Hello. Let's go see something. No, I did not have a Grumpy Manic Monday. I had a fucking asshole troll trying to argue with me in my live chat, and I don't do that. My day consisted of sitting on the couch because it rained all day, and being a landscaper. Well, I did go pick Bubbles up from the grocery store because it started pouring rain on him. Haven't seen Ricky since Friday. I don't know. Somebody in his family died, so he's probably on a bender. I had to go pick up Bubbles because it was raining, and then I went back to the grocery store later on in the day when I knew the meat would be marked down. Well, you probably got no school tomorrow if you're in America too, because tomorrow's election day. If you're a registered voter, by all means get out and vote. Let your opinion be heard. However, we do not discuss politics here. Vote for whoever you will. Yeah, I could care less who your candidate is, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It just, everybody's mad at everybody. So, alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Go eat my dinner. I'll talk to you guys later. Fuckers.